All right, algebraic reasoning. Today you are taking, or you are doing a review for a quiz that we are going to be taking on Friday with the domain and range. So this is the stuff you've been learning as you've been going through the Desmos activities, the Desmos day 1 and Desmos day 2. And here we are doing this review. So I'm going to go through all these review answers with you. You can put the answers on the Go formative that you've been assigned. Just make sure that you do this. It'll really help you prepare and be successful on your quiz on Friday. So, first one, domain is defined as, and you got to know this, but domain is X, okay? So, domain X, um, and then the range is always a Y. So domain is, well, domain is X values from left to right, and the range is the Y values from bottom to top. All right, so you got to know that. Cool. So the domain of a graph is measured from, and we already said this, from left to right. Okay, domain is from left to, okay. Okay, and then the range, okay, again is the Y. It's from bottom to top, not top to bottom. Okay, so you're doing bottom to top. You start at the bottom, and you go to the top. Cool. Let's try number 5. And so again, that was all this stuff is over here. So domain is X from left to right, range is Y from bottom to top. All right, and here we go. Number 5. If the endpoint of a graph is filled / shaded, so like if you see a graph like this, the endpoint is like this, or even if it's like something like this, where it's just part of the graph, okay? The inequality you're going to use for domain range is going to be underlined, okay? Shaded is underlined inequality, okay? Now, if the endpoint of the graph is not filled or open, okay, so it will look like this, right? So it's open endings, right? That is not underlined when you do the inequality. So it would be letter A. So make sure you understand that, because that's all this is what you need to know to do the domain and range, which is going to be on the second page of this quiz. So again, that's 1 through 6. Let's do 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do some actual domain and range. Okay. So the domain of graph A is, so remember domain, it's from left to right. It's X values. So the left is right here, which is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -6. To the right here, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're both shaded in, right? So they're both going to be underlined. So from -6 to +6, it's an X value and it's underlined. Cool. So our best answer is going to be D. Okay. Notice how C, there's not open. A, they're not both open, right? And then B is wrong because it's Y. No Y. Okay. About graph B, the range of graph B. Now notice, this is not domain, this is range. This is from bottom to top, the Y value, right? Let's look at this. From the bottom is this point right here, which on the y-axis over here is -3, right? Now careful, at the top here, this one's open at +1. Okay, so it goes from -3, shaded in, up to +1, open. -3 to +1. So -3, +1. This is a y value in the middle because it's range. It's shaded on the bottom, so it's underlined. It's open on the top, not underlined. All right. So the best answer would have to be B. Okay. So letter A has them mixed up, the inequalities. C, this inequality is wrong. And then D, it's not domain. So we'll do X there. Okay, graph C, or number 9, domain of graph C. Remember, domain to left to right, X values. Farthest to the left is open, which is at -3. Farthest to the right is open, and that is actually 4. Okay, so remember, since it's domain, X is in the middle, and since both of these are open, it's going to be not underlined. -3 to +4 without underlines. All right, zoom out if I can. There we go. So yeah, -3 to +4. It's an X value in the middle. No underlines because they're both open. So our best answer would be B again. A is wrong because we're not talking about range. C and D are wrong because look, we got some underlined stuff. Both of those left and right endpoints are open circles. All right. Sorry about that noise. All right, and then number 10, the range of graph D. So graph D over here, the range, let's go to the bottom. The bottom is right here, which is at -2. The top is right here at 1, 2, 3, 4. So from -2 to 4, they're both shaded in, so they're both going to be underlined. And that would be letter D, since it's going from bottom to top as Y. -2 to 4, Y is in the middle, and they're both shaded, so they have to be underlined. All right. So again, no non-underlined things here, and then of course no range. All right. So those are your answers for your review. Make sure that you have all this information. Make sure you have all this information. Sorry about that noise, extra noise. Put down in the review for. Go away. Thank you very much. I don't know why that won't go away. Thank you very much. Okay. Make sure you have this all down on your Go formative review, because the review is a grade, should be an easy 100 because here are all the answers, but make sure you understand it because your quiz is Friday. All right.